So I'm really honored and pleased to be in this week's Voice. It's Essential Oahu Community News, which is part of Midweek. So if you look here, it says Coaching Parents, Changing Lives by Maria Kanai. Thought I'd just read this to you and share my mission, my passion, my reason, I think, for doing what I do. Karen Gibson, a Mililani mother and parent coach, was recently announced as a finalist in the Women Changing the World Awards, People's Choice in the Education category. This nomination is a testament to her decades-long commitment to transforming the lives of local families through her coaching business, Letting Go with Aloha. Gibson's journey into childhood education began after she left a prestigious career as the marketing director of the Hawaii State Bar Association to become a special education teacher at Kahimohala, Campbell High School, and is supposed to be Kaleopu'u Elementary School, but they wrote Kua Lapu'u, sounds very familiar, charter school. She realized early on through working with children that many parents struggled with emotional stress. Who as a parent has experienced emotional stress? This is why I'm so passionate in helping parents reduce that emotional stress and learn how to deal with that emotional roller coaster ride called parenting. As a mother of two daughters herself, she also knew that there were countless times when she felt daunted by the challenges of parenting. I realized that I needed to break the generational cycle of parenting the way that I was as I grew up in a strict Asian household, she shares. I thought that part was funny. Anyone who knew my parents would know that they didn't appear strict, but I was reminiscing the multiple times that my mom used her Japanese wooden ruler that she used for sewing, and that was very painful. Now we all know that spanking statistically has shown, and I know a lot of people might disagree, but it teaches children that they should not be, they should be silenced. They, it is considered, I know sometimes, you just say, oh, it's just going to be like a pat on the bottom, or I don't really hit them too hard. But when you talk to children who have been spanked, it does hurt their self-esteem. Some of them feel that their voice or they should not, it's embarrassing. They feel that they're naughty, but not to the point where, oh yeah, I'm just bad behavior. They internalize it, and some of them think that I'm a bad person. And I think that's what I'm advocating, because no children should feel that they are, they are bad. They might behave badly, and it's their behavior we want to address, not their actual worth as a child or a human. Anyway, continuing on. After a career in education, she began her coaching business and found her passion in guiding parents. It's important, she says, that parents prioritize the mental and emotional health of their children over straight A's and perfectionism. I'm so grateful for this Women Changing the World Award nomination by one of my clients. Actually, it's not one of my clients. I'm really not sure who nominated me, but I'm so grateful to be nominated. There are days, where sometimes I wonder if I'm making a difference. Very true. But when I see the kids and the parents realizing that mental health is more important than grades, I know I am the right help. It is amazing to hear from parents about how coaching has been helpful, and I'm thankful for this opportunity to make a difference. She has a popular online course called Positive Intelligence, PQ, Parent and Family, and this program helps parents recognize those inner voices that need to be silenced. So if you're interested in this program, please contact me. The whole program is based on silencing those harmful inner voices and knowing that we have superpowers to overcome them. I've heard from this one mom in Italy who went through decades of therapy that she found a breakthrough with this course. Gibson says, in the course, you go deep, healing your inner child and overcoming limited beliefs, whether they are things you learned culturally or as a child. After finishing the course in 7 weeks, parents are able to understand what kind of language to use when speaking to their children and how to overcome and heal any limiting beliefs about themselves. Gibson meets with parents every week, either in person or via Zoom. And that's when I hear some insight to what's going on, what parents are struggling with. Then we talk about how they can better control their reactions and how children can benefit from it. I encourage them to think, oh, am I going to control and avoid the situation or use my superpowers instead? Another helpful tactic, she says, is to consider what your older, wiser self in the future will tell you. How important is it really for your child to wear that jacket or not? Asking this from your older self can make a difference, says Gibson. That's one of the reasons why she wrote an ebook called 6 Decades, 6 Lessons, Wisdom from My Journey, available on my website, Letting Go with Aloha, so you can check that out. I turned 60 this year, and after 6 decades, I looked back and thought about what I would have let go, Gibson says. When you're in it, it's hard to see what really matters. But in hindsight, there are many small things about my child, about my daughters, that I would have let go as a parent. She adds, moms can be way too hard on themselves. I continue to be hard on myself. In fact, I don't want to read this article, but my bestie, Deslin Hockey, has said, hey, do a TikTok on this article. And I thought, why not just read it? I know it's a bit lengthy. It's going to be over 7 minutes. But for those of you interested in knowing who I am and what I do, I think this article sums it up. Some of her other books include Mama's Gotta Let Go, How to Let Go Without Losing Your Sanity. For moms, I think for parents who are tired of the daily grind and may need guidance. And 365 positive parenting quotes of affirmations, an ebook. But I've also written 100 parenting tips inspired by the pandemic, also available on Amazon. And then I'm one of 30 authors of The Power to Rise Above by Sandy Davies, my soul sister in Australia. You can follow me on Instagram at Karen Casey Gibson for updates, and watch my YouTube channel, Letting Go with Aloha, and also Spotify. My podcast is Karen Casey Gibson with Letting Go with Aloha. And that's about it. Thank you for watching. If you've watched this whole video, you spent almost 8 minutes of your time. So I thank you for that. And signing off, stay tuned for more.